Hi guys, welcome to our channel. Here's part 2 of the crock pot chicken, sesame chicken. So I just strained out the meat right now. It's sitting right here next to me actually. A lot of the fat is coming off of it, and there's also quite a bit of fat that kind of decided it was gonna stay in the crock pot, so I'm just gonna rinse out the fat. I don't want fat in my food, so now that my crock pot is rinsed out, it's gonna go back in here. Like I said, my crock pot I did shut off because right now we don't need it on. Right now what I'm doing to the chicken is I'm going to turn on ice cold water, and I'm going to do this, and I'm just, oh no. I don't want you guys to fall in the water. Okay. I am literally just taking ice cold water to the chicken to cool the chicken down. So the chicken can cool down. So that's all you're gonna do is do that for now. And then once your chicken is once your chicken is cooled down, there's like fattiness in there, so there's quite a bit of fat that kind of came off of them when you were cooking the chicken. So what I'm doing is I'm just sitting here and I'm removing the fat that I see offhand. And one of my chickens are already cold enough to cut, so I'm putting my chicken on a cutting board. And while I'm going through my chicken, I'm making sure that all that fattiness stuff that it was cooking in is now coming out off of it, and that fat is off of it. Because you don't want fatty meat when you're doing this. Okay, so I think my meat looks pretty good. We don't have too much of that issue. No. Okay, so my chicken is now sitting here. This is how much fat that we scavenged off of the meat, which that's a lot of fat. If you ask me, that is quite a bit of fat. So that's why we take that off. I was supposed to shower today because I have to go do some errands, but I'm not going to be able to, so I'm going to have to shower when I get back from my errands. Or I can, you know, whatnot. So I just washed that pan, or the strainer. So you're going to cut your chicken next. And then the other thing that you're going to want to do is if you have some egg noodles. It doesn't matter the brand. Mine are kind of open here. They're exposed to everything. I don't want that. We need a smaller pan, please. Preferably this one. So you're going to want a deep dish pan now. You're going to want hot water. I'm taking my half-cup scoop again. My half-cup scoop. And I have a small, deep bowl, pan, whatever you want to call it. So here's a half-cup of noodles. Here's another half-cup, which equals 1 cup of noodles. So we have that. So I think we're going to do 2.5, maybe 3 cups of noodles, actually. No. I honestly don't know. I think that'll be plenty of noodles. Give or take. That looks plenty. So for your egg noodles, for me, just and kind of took like literally more than half of the bag. But then again, I am feeding a bunch of people, and this is 1 pound of noodles. So that should feed about everybody in my house. Normally we do a whole pound of noodles, but I'm actually trying to keep it where we don't eat a whole bunch of noodles. Well, I just used the rest of the bag, because what was the point? There was like 2 handfuls left. So I'm gonna fill up this little pan now, completely full of hot water. And I'm gonna let my noodles start cooking, because that is the biggest thing ever right now, is to have your noodles cook. Once your noodles are cooking, then it makes it a lot easier for you. So I should have probably used the bigger pan, but in this case, we are not using the bigger pan. I'm gonna turn my thing back on. I'm gonna turn it on warm to keep it warm, and we're gonna set my timer for an hour and a half this time. We're gonna set our noodle-based stuff here. Don't mind the very dirty stovetop. That needs to be cleaned really badly. Next, I'm gonna take my handy knife that I have, and I'm gonna just cut not too many, like not too small, but you don't want too big of a chunk of meat. So I'd cut them about like that for your meat, for your chicken. So I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna cut all that up. And while you're cutting that up, you can always have somebody else like help watch the noodles or whatever. The chicken smells really, really good. Honestly, like I could just eat this chicken right now, like, and not even have it for dinner. It is now about almost 1 o'clock, and like I was saying, I'm not gonna be able to get my shower in before I have to go run errands, and I just feel so gross right now. So I'm gonna try to hurry up and get this chicken cut so I can try to take a quick shower. Once again, you're gonna want to cut your chicken to about this size, no bigger, because you really want to make sure that there's enough chicken. And some of these I'm actually gonna like cut in half, because some of them are still way too big. Oh, excuse me. That was not very interesting. So I'm gonna cut some of these chunks just because some of them can be cut into kind of smaller quantity of chunks, as you could say. So I cut some of those into smaller chunks. There's not looking like there's quite that much chicken like I thought there was, for 4 people to eat, because there weren't complete full size, like there was only 2 like full chicken sized breasts out of that whole bag. The rest were like half chunks that were like off of like another chicken breast. So I'm hoping that this chicken will be enough, and I'm hoping that there's not going to be too much noodles. But if there's too much noodles, then I'm going to make my buttered noodles that everybody likes, and have butter noodles this week too. So I'm on my last piece of chicken, and it really helps when you use cold water to kind of cool them down, because it helps cool them down. And my chicken looks like it's ready to like fall apart on me. Also this weekend I'm going to do another video, hopefully on Saturday. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to be making barbecue pulled chickens. So we'll have barbecue pulled chicken sandwiches on Saturday for dinner. It's gonna be amazing. Really set up dinner. Everybody in this house loves my cooking. And it's just hilarious because if I don't cook, nobody else will cook. And if they do, they'll like, okay, we're gonna cook just pizza. Like, come on, don't just cook pizza. So I'm putting my chicken back in my crock pot. My crock pot is on warm because I don't want it to cook. I just want it to basically just stay warm. And then what we're gonna do is we have the Campbell's sauce skillet. It says to put it in a skillet for the sesame stuff, but I never do. I always do crock pot because crock pot version is so much better. It's got a lot of smell to it. So we're gonna see if I don't even know if I want to like ruin good food. Like that does not smell good. I've used that only twice when I've made my stuff before. But I'm guessing it's gonna be okay. We'll be just fine. It's not gonna be gross. That smells just very, very strong. I'm not really into this smell. This is they consider it a Chinese dish. Which I kind of see why they call it a Chinese dish. But, like, yuck. So it's gonna fill with water. So what I just did is I took this packet here with the sauce and I filled this thing up completely with water after I dumped it. And then I just did it again, but only the like right there that time. So completely fill this bag up after you dump it. Completely fill it up with hot water. And then dump it in your crock pot and then do another like little bit and then dump it in your crock pot. That's gonna help with the flavoring. And then I'm gonna have you come back over this way. Okay, so now we're looking at my, well, yeah, you can see that you're looking at my crock pot. So my crock pot's right here. So why we have that much water in there is because we also have our noodles that are gonna be in there. Doesn't smell very appetizing, honestly. I wish I had like spaghetti sauce or something because I just make chicken spaghetti or something, because that just isn't cutting it for me. Like that just smells really gross. Like I've never used the Campbell's chicken stuff before. Okay, we're not gonna use this. We're gonna actually dump this and rinse our chicken, and I'm gonna show you guys something else that we're gonna do instead. This sesame chicken, not gonna happen. That's disgusting. It smells so gross too. No wonder why when my mom buys it, or my mom bought it, she didn't like it. Ugh. I really know why she didn't like it. Okay, so I'm gonna rinse my chicken off over here in the sink. You can't see it, but I just rinsed all the sesame nastiness off of my chicken. And my chicken still has sesames all over it. Okay, there's sesame seeds literally not coming off of my chicken. Oh, isn't this wonderful? Okay. So now we just got sesame all the bottom of my crock pot again. So chives and stuff all over them still. I don't know. Who the heck could eat that? It's just gross. Gross, gross, gross. Okay, our noodles are sitting there cooking. I'm gonna take oil into my chicken. Not a lot. Just about a big swig of it. Okay, so you take the big swig of oil, mix that around. Mix, mix, mix. Next, I'm gonna go in my fridge here. And I'm gonna grab my butter. So I grab my butter. And I'm gonna grab and just use my spoon that I have here. And dump that in there just like so. So I am using the rest of the butter that I have in this container. So that's about like 2 tablespoons that I just put in with my chicken. So we have the butter in there. Next is going to be next, you guys are gonna think that's really weird. Oh my goodness, I can't find the container. This sucks. Okay. This like really sucks. I can't find a container that will hold all of these noodles. So I am on the hunt to find a container that is preferably clean. Because we'll hold all these goddamn noodles. We actually don't even need that. I legitimately, these noodles right here, are just gonna get cupped into a bowl because I'm using veggie noodles instead now. And this video is like getting extremely long. Oh my goodness. Oh no, there's noodles all over the floor. Okay, I need like a deep. There we go. That's the kind I need. So these noodles we're gonna use for goulash, so I'm gonna have to use these within 2 days. So it looks like we're gonna be having goulash again very, very soon. Because all of these egg noodles I don't want to go to waste, because I just cooked them and basically wasted them if I don't eat them within the next couple days of cooking them. They're not good anymore, like if they're not mixed in with anything, because regular noodles do go bad. So they have to be eaten by at least Sunday the latest. So we are in a scrumptious little thing over here with these noodles. These noodles are made with salmonella too. I read it because they're egg noodles. So it's like it scares me to eat them. But everybody eats these kind of noodles, so I think we'll be fine. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen, right? Right. Okay. I need some extreme hot water again. My mixing spoon. I made this all wrong again too, so I literally just wasted all this chicken for absolutely nothing, and that butter, and the oil. Like, oh my god. Like, I literally just wasted all that. I don't even know what's going on with myself today. We are just wasting so much food. There's literally noodles everywhere, and I am just so mad at myself. This is a complete waste of food and ingredients. Oh my. My trash needs to get taken out too, so if you've seen that, I'm so sorry. These are all of our noodles that we were going to use. But, you know what? That didn't turn out very well like we were supposed to. So our noodles are gonna go in here. Does have to get used in just a few days. So we have one cheesy Parmesan chicken noodle set. So the noodles are gonna go in there with the peas, and the peppers are all gonna go in there. Then we have the Caesar kind. Those veggie noodles are all gonna go in there. And then another one of the same kind. That's all gonna go in there. So now we have 3 packets of that in there. And we gotta let those noodles cook. I really need to take that trash out. That trash is bad. This pan is gonna overflow with noodles. So we're gonna have to watch it and make sure it doesn't overflow. In this pan, I'm gonna take some of my chicken that I have. And luckily, no, I don't have any more of my frozen chicken because I decided to waste my last 4 pieces because I thought what I was gonna make was gonna be good. It turns out it wasn't very good after all. But I have canned chicken. So we're gonna use some chicken chunks that are canned here. And we're gonna use all 3 cans. I do have 3 cans and literally just 3 cans. So I literally cannot screw this up. Which I don't think I can screw up because, I mean, it's literally, this meal I am not making homemade. So therefore, it should just fall together. What I'm doing with the canned chicken right now, that you can't see, is I'm actually opening them and I'm squeezing out all this juice right now in the sink, and then I'm dumping them in my crock pot. Like the weirdo ham. And I'm dragging recycling with me. Oh man. They're gonna be so pissed off at me because I told them I was gonna make sesame chicken tonight. So they're not gonna be very happy campers when they find out we're not having sesame chicken. now because I was actually looking forward to having my sesame chicken. So I'm gonna basically just break up my chicken. I'm gonna let my noodles cook, and then I'll come back for part 2 of this new cooking and let you know how it goes.